The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anything But Freakin Rasslin. Thank God for that. I got a slew of things I want to talk to, but Jeff's going first because Jeff, we didn't even talk about. Listen, this is the first time Jeff and I have been talking since I've been home, so I have a lot of things I want to ask Jeff that we need to talk about. Now, I understand. Did you go to Raw?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you went to Raw and Rude. You spent time with Rude Eye.
Yep.
Please. We have to open up the show with those two things. Now, this is now, bro. I was in bro. What is today? What is today? Thursday.
It's Thursday for us, but it's probably Saturday. For the viewers.
I think I was in Dublin during Raw. Yeah, I was in Dublin on Monday. So like I did not watch Raw. I have no idea who was on Raw. I don't care who was on Raw, but I want to hear about your experience at Raw, and then I want to hear about the time with Rude Eye. That we have to start this show there.
Raw, I just put up a new episode of Destiny Unbound, and I kind of talk about the differences between being at Raw and watching it on TV. And what I said was, being there, it's different than sitting at home on the couch. Like, there's so much more entertaining aspects about being in the arena. The music is so loud, the pyro's so loud, being in the crowd, watching, everything that goes on. But sitting there, as much as I enjoyed the show, I could tell this is not a good TV program. You know what I mean? I could tell the script wasn't good. But being in the arena is a different atmosphere, and it seemed like everybody that was there that enjoyed it. There was a lot of families, parents and kids, lots of families there. So I had a great time. Rudy rolled in Sunday night. So we hung out for a bit Sunday night, and then, me and Big Guy went to support him at the show. So we went out to breakfast Monday morning, and Big Guy bought Rudy's breakfast. Didn't buy my breakfast, didn't offer to buy my breakfast, but he bought Rudy's breakfast. So, yep, I know. But it was a good time, and Rudy had this rental car, and it was hilarious. It was like, it was one of those like fancy electric cars. You look at this thing, I felt like I could pick it up. It was that small. It was just this tiny box that he was rolling around in. It was really funny, but had a great time at the show. He did get some attention after the show because he came up to speak to me and Big Guy at our seats, and a couple fans mobbed him and wanted pictures and autographs, which was interesting. Probably just because he had the shirt on. I don't know if they would have recognized him in his disguise that he wears with his glasses. He says he never gets recognized because he's like Clark Kent with his glasses on. So, but it was a good time, man. It's always a good time seeing Rudy, and it went really fast as always.
Now, did you have decent seats? Did Rude Eye introduce you to anybody? Anything like that?
No. I was waiting for the formal introduction to my future wife, Becky. Didn't happen. He says he's not a miracle worker.
Now, bro, wait a minute. Let me stop you right there. Okay, why couldn't Rudy make that happen?
Says he's not a miracle worker.
Oh, see, that's weak, bro. I love Rudy to death, but that's weak, bro. Is he like just loving life with the WWE and all that, bro? Like,
oh yeah. He's treated very well by the WWE. He loves it. So
yeah. I'm a little disappointed though, bro. I mean, how could he not make that one little thing happen for you?
And brand members were tweeting him, telling him to do it, that he should introduce me. So, he doesn't know if she has a boyfriend. He doesn't want to. Blah, 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 blah.
Stop. So, I mean, what was I have no idea, bro. Like, what was the main event of the night? I know nothing.
The main event was Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns.
And what was the opening of the show?
The opening of the show was Cena brought back the U.S. Open Challenge.
Okay, who came out and met it?
New Day. So Xavier Woods took it, and then it ended up being a 6-man match like it always does.
Yeah, whoopee. All right. Okay. I want to tell you something very important, Jeff. Okay. And this is what I left out of Chicken Necks because I had so many other stuff. I am so glad, Jeff. I always make it a point. And listen, bro, my detractors and people that hate me, they are people that want to hate me. So they're just going to disregard my words and what I'm really saying. They're not going to listen to what I hear. They're just going to basically make up what I said to fit their story. Okay. I am so happy that I always put the wrestlers over in the ring. I very rarely talk about a bad match. I very rarely talk about a match. That is their world between those four ropes. They are professionals. And, I am never, ever, ever going to sit here and criticize what they do. Now, the Sting case was a different story because I wasn't criticizing the match. I was criticizing, a 56-year-old man doing the things that he did and nobody's, stopping him. If you go back and listen to what I said, I didn't put the blame on Rollins. I didn't put the blame on Sting, but I said somebody needed to step up and protect him from himself. But I am always, always, always very respectful to what they do in that ring. Okay, bro, I have to tell you, we had a 10-man tag match. Okay. And the finish of the match was that Grado hit me with his finish. I don't know what Grado calls his finish. Do you?
I don't know.
It's like the Orton gimmick, bro.
Like the RKO.
Yeah, it's like the RKO, right? So the idea was he hit it with me once. He gets the 1, 2, 3. Then Grado in the back in the locker room, he says, Vince, listen. He goes, this is your last time here. Let's leave on a high note. He says, after I pin you, he says, let me, get you back up and help you up, and let's go out with you dancing with me to the Madonna song. Let's go out on a high note, So I said, okay, Grado, no problem, whatever you want to do. So we do that, right, bro? But while he's helping me up to go into the dance, now in front of the people, he tells me after we dance, I'm going to hit you with the finish again, which I thought was a great idea. I thought it was an absolutely great idea. So I said, Grado, no problem, whatever you want to do. So, he goes to help me up. I don't trust him. Then he starts dancing and I start dancing. When we do the whole gimmick out of the clip, now I think we're good buddies. We're good friends. The people got into it. He hits me with the gimmick again. Okay, right. Jeff, listen to me. Listen to what a wussy, sissy, girly Mary I am. Okay. So, Jeff, I took the finish twice. Jeff, this is how, clueless people are about wrestling. I can't believe I came home and I'm reading my Twitter because I was not on my computer the whole time there. And there were comments that I need to learn how to take the RKO. Linda McMahon took it better than you. People can't even understand that level of wrestling where it's, I'm not a wrestler. It's not supposed to look good. When I had Flair on the show, Flair said on Monday, well, Eric Bischoff wanted to have a wrestling match with me, so we know how that went. It's not supposed, they can't even understand that concept. Vince Russo's not a wrestler. He's got no business being in the ring. So a finishing move is not going to look good. You know what I mean? Me and Grado did not rehearse that for that reason, right? So, bro, he hits me with the finish twice. Everything's cool. Bro, I got to get up the very, very next morning to leave for Dublin. So I get back to the hotel late. I only got a couple hours of sleep. Bro, I wake up in the morning and my neck and my shoulders hurt so bad, bro, that I literally thought I was going to throw up. So now, bro, I have to get on the flight from Dublin, England to Dublin. And, bro, I don't get air sick. I don't get that. Never, you know what I mean? But, bro, I'm on the plane and my neck and shoulders are hurting me so bad and they're so sore and it's running down into my back. and like I'm going to puke on this flight. Like that's how miserable I felt. But bro, then like I'm sitting there and I'm like, can you imagine these guys, bro, like the freaking wrestlers? Can you imagine, bro, when Seth Rollins goes 25, 30 minutes in a pay-per-view match, gives 110%, the next day, has to get on a plane, go to the next city and do it again. When he's done, get on a plane again. It really made me realize, thank God, that I never, ever criticize anybody's work, what these guys do in the ring, because here I was, I took these 2 little baby bumps, and I thought I was going to puke my brains out. You know how many guys, bro, got on a plane with a concussion, and having to go up 35,000. I mean, oh my God, I can't imagine. So it's good to have experiences like that, bro, that really bring you back to what these guys freaking do, these guys and gals, because unless you have something like that and you realize, what am I, 11? Bro, can you imagine Sting? Sting at some point had to get back on a plane and go home. Can you like even fathom like that plane ride and getting on the plane and waiting for takeoff? And oh my God, bro, I don't know how those guys do it. And something that freaking little reminded me of it.
I can't believe people are, I guess I do believe that they do it all the time, but like these experts that know how to take moves and that they're criticizing, come on, man, give me a break.
It's
it's ridiculous.
God, Jeff, I swear it made me really realize bro, literally, like as soon as I got off the plane and the guy picked me up in Dublin, like I was like, bro, you have to take me to get aspirin. Like I need like aspirin immediately. And I can't even imagine, bro, these guys. I can't even imagine that, bro.
How long was the flight?
An hour 20. And bro, can you imagine like, years and years and years and years and years and years of that? I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine guys that get hurt in the UK and have to fly back to the States?
That's probably where all the pain medication comes in. You know what I mean?
It has to, bro. Bro, listen, I'm not into that stuff, but like I was throbbing so bad like that. If somebody may have given me a sleeping pill, like I might have taken it. That's how bad it hurt. I can't even imagine these guys, bro. I swear to God, I can't even imagine it.
That's how it starts. You're roughed up one night, awful, and somebody has pain medicine. Now, here, take this. This will make you feel better. And it does, but then you also feel the high from it. You know what I mean? And that's how you start to get addicted. So, I mean, I'm sure this is a struggle that every wrestler goes through in their career. Every single one of them, they have to.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, I'll let your turn. You go. I got a couple things. You go first.
I don't know if you saw anything when the Pope was here. I think you were out of town the entire time.
I think so.
But one of a U.S. congressman named Bob Brady, and I don't remember which state he was from, but the Pope spoke to Congress, and he had his drinking water like everybody does at the podium. Well, this Bob Brady guy stole the glass afterwards, and he's bragging about it. I got the Pope's glass. Him and his wife drank the rest of the water. I guess he sprinkled it on his grandkids or something. I don't know, because he thinks it's holy water or something. And then he made a quote that says, "I don't know if it is for sure, and I don't want to know." Like he said, was this quote. So I think that's creepy. Honestly, you're stealing a glass. Somebody they said that he also stole Barack Obama's glass from his inauguration. Like this guy, I guess he has a glass fetish. I don't know, but to me, this is just
why is that creepy to you, Jeff?
I don't care if he's the Pope or not. You're stealing like a guy's backwash drink glass. Like there's still water, then he's drinking the rest of it.
Well, but how do you know the glass wasn't empty?
He showed it. He videotaped himself drinking it with his wife.
But it's the Pope.
So you would drink his water?
Of course. I mean, it's not like it's a
no.
freaking homeless guy or something. Jeff, what about if it was Becky sitting there and she left? You wouldn't drink her water and take the glass?
That's creepy, man. No, absolutely not. That's like psycho stuff, dude. Okay, dude, let's say I did that. You think a girl would ever want to mess with me if I stole their glass just to drink the water that they drank? That is creepy, man.
So he specifically did it to drink the water the Pope drank.
Yeah, because he thought it was blessed and it was holy water. That's what he said.
I'm okay with that, bro. I don't have an issue with that, man.
I think it's
what if
weird.
it is holy water and the guy's blessed for the rest of his life?
I mean, can't you get holy water at church every week?
Well, yeah, but you can't. Were you going to put a straw in the holy water and start drinking it?
No, but I mean, they have the you put it on yourself. I mean, I don't know. If that's what he truly believes, then okay, but I still think it's weird stealing the guy's glass. I mean, he could have asked him for it, I guess, right?
Well, he doesn't speak English, does he, the Pope? That would have been a whole to do.
Yeah, he read everything in English and it was very hard to understand.
So you're creeped out by that. Interesting,
I am creeped
Jeff.
out by
Interesting.
that. Yeah,
So there's nobody on the face of this planet that you would do that with.
Steal their drinking glass and drink the water? No.
Nobody. Bro, I'm telling you, if I'm sitting next to Rihanna and like she leaves a freaking sip of champagne in her glass, I'm drinking the freaking champagne and taking the glass. I ain't even thinking twice about it.
Now, I might sell it on eBay. That might be a thing.
But you wouldn't drink it.
No, I wouldn't drink it. No.
Wow, that's interesting, Jeff. Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean, why'd the guy steal Obama's glass? I mean,
He's the president of the United States, bro.
Well, this guy's a congressman. He's kind of important.
Well,
I don't know.
I disagree with you on that, especially the Pope, for crying out loud, bro. You don't have to worry about where his mouth's been. Come on. All right. All right, bro. I got stuff I want to talk about. Bro, I got to start family first. Bro, I had a knockout drag out with my wife yesterday, and I felt so bad, bro.
On the day you come back?
Yeah. Well, I came back. What's today? Thursday. I came back Tuesday night. So like the very next day, bro. It was ugly, bro. But I don't know if I can blame myself. Okay, because bro, it goes back to the tuition bill for this semester of college now. That, remember I told you there was a whole to-do that she didn't put her financial aid through. Right. So I had to take care of all that. There was a late fee and this, that, and the other thing. So finally the financial aid goes through, okay? But at the end of the day, bro, pennies came off the bill. So of course it's brought to my attention, you know, what we owe the school like 2 days before they have to be, it has to get paid. So, bro, I'm thinking because of the financial aid, this bill's going to come down. The financial aid only takes off a little. So I still owe this exorbitant amount of money now for one semester. So I got aggravated that I wasn't told in advance and I wasn't given a little bit of heads up. And like in 2 days, I got to turn around and pay this bill. So, bro, it was basically that I just flew all the way across the country, okay, to work. Bro, do you know it took me from the time I left Dublin to the time I walked in my house was 20 hours. Okay, bro? So now the reality is I did all that, and that money is literally going to put a dent in the semester at school. So I guess when I looked at it that way, I kind of blew up and I kind of got upset a little bit, bro. And, you know, and I made her upset. But do you think I'm wrong, Jeff, that, listen, give me a little heads up of how much I owe, so like it can sink in rather than, okay, you owe X amount of dollars and it's got to be paid by Friday. Am I wrong to feel that way?
No, that, I mean, what do you either have it at that point or you don't, you know what I mean? If that's all you have, that's all you have. You have no time to save or to not spend money places where you wouldn't have spent money if you knew that you were going to have to pay this ahead of time. You know, well, I might not have bought this, or I might not have, you know, went there, or whatever it was. I'm sure your spending habits would have been different if you knew this was coming up and you had time to plan for it. So no, I would be irritated as well.
Yeah, no, and bro, listen, it was my wife's birthday when I was away, bro. It was her birthday on Sunday. I was away, right? Bro, remember I tell you I got my kids and like My oldest son, Will, is like the cheapest SOB like you can even imagine. Bro, I'll never forget. One year, bro, he gave me like a gift card for like, bro, what are the big gas stations by you? Like, the big nut where you can go in and buy a hot dog.
Oh, they got like a BP or Marathon. I remember in Evansville there was like Hucks and
Bro,
places like that.
one year he brought me a $10 gift card for Hucks for my birthday. Like a gas station, bro, a gift card to a gas station. And I was like so upset. I gave it back to him. I said, bro, obviously you need this more than me. Take the freaking gift card. And he took it. He gladly took the gift card, bro. So, bro, I'm talking to my son, a VJ, yesterday, right? VJ's the middle one. VJ's the 19th century man. And like, I come home and there's a beautiful bouquet of flowers on the table, this, that, and the other thing. So VJ sent my wife flowers, right? So now, bro, my wife's being very kayfabe about what the cheap bastard Will sent her. She's not saying anything, right? So, bro, sure enough, VJ calls me last night and he goes, yeah, did you see the flowers I sent, Mom? I said, yeah, I put them over, this, that, and the other thing. So he goes, what do you think about what Will sent her? So I'm like, I don't know what that is. Mom didn't tell me. I don't know what Will sent her, right, bro? So, bro, VJ goes on to tell me that Will sends my wife, Amy, a gift card. Now, bro, you would think like there's a lot of nice places to get a gift card to. I mean, you would think, bro, and like a lot of nice restaurants to get a gift card to, right? Bro, he gets her a gift card to Marshall's. So now VJ says to Will, couldn't you have at least gotten her like a Target gift card, bro? Like Target's passable. You can get a lot of nice things at Target. Marshall's is knockoff clothing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So, bro, you know what his answer was? Well, I got her the Marshall's gift card because I was in Marshall's. I mean, bro, can you like just imagine like that's the thought he put into the gift. Like I'm at Marshall's. I'm getting myself something. I'm just going to give her a Marshall's gift card. I'm not even going to bother going to Target. This is a 28-year-old man, bro, that's on the verge of getting married in a year.
I mean, it makes sense. He was there. Hey, I'll just get something here for Mom,
Unbelievable, bro. Jeff, I was watching this special last night on LMN. Well, I'm not even sure what LMN is. You know what LMN is, the channel?
I have no idea.
It was a brand new documentary, and it was about, the OJ case. And it was about like all these secret tapes and stuff like that we had never, ever seen before. And they strung it out into this documentary. It might be playing again on the History Channel. I don't know, but it was very, very, very interesting. And looking back on this, and now just seeing every piece of this, bro, how the frick did that guy ever get off? And Jeff, I got to tell you something very interesting. I found out. I never knew this before, and I guarantee you, a lot of other people did not know this before. Okay. OJ eventually wind up going to jail because some sports memorabilia guy had a bunch of his old jerseys. OJ's a Buffalo guy, bro. Old jerseys. He had a bunch of very expensive OJ memorabilia. Okay. So OJ went in the guy's room with a bunch of his buddies, a bunch of his thugs. OJ had a gun. And, his intention was to get all the merchandise back. Okay. Well, bro, when that went to court, people forget that OJ owed the Goldmans like $25 million. So basically, this memorabilia guy, the merchandise that he was going to sell that I think came from the estate, that money was going to go to the Goldmans because he owed them so much money. So any money on the books, it was all going to them. The only way OJ was making money was when it was a cash deal. So this guy legitimately had the merchandise. I don't know if it was through the estate or what the deal was, but the money was supposed to go to the Goldmans. The reason OJ wanted the merchandise back was so they would not get the money. So, bro, it's just unbelievable to me that this is a guy that got away with murder, and then he's found guilty on the civil case. He owes them $25 million. For them to not get a couple of grand in merchandise to prevent them from getting maybe what, bro, a maximum of 10 grand. He went in there and hijacked the guy to steal his old memorabilia back, and that's what they busted him for and put him away for 18 to 33 years in jail. Can you imagine, bro, somebody smart enough to get away with a double homicide is selfish enough to not want to give the grieving family $10,000 that he gets himself finally put in jail? Is that not unbelievable to you, bro?
That's pretty crazy, especially like I was looking it up, and it says he got a 33-year sentence, which he's serving right now, and the earliest he can get out is after 9 years. So who knows if that will happen? That will hit in 2017, which will be 9 years. But I mean, he's sentenced to 33. So,
and bro, here's the big thing. The big thing was what he was guilty of. The major charge was armed robbery. Meanwhile, bro, he went in there with 6 of his thug friends. Did like you really need a gun to get your stuff back when you had all your buddies and you caught this guy off guard? I mean, the fact that he was, oh my God, I'm gonna jack this guy and I'm gonna bring a gun. I mean, just like, bro, we just talked about karma on the last show. I mean, is that just not unbelievable or what?
It's pretty crazy, man. And speaking of pieces of crap, you heard about this new Halloween Whopper from Burger King that they're advertising with the black bun, and I guess it's got like A1 sauce in it, and it's this big deal, this big Halloween Whopper.
I saw a little bit about it, but I didn't read into it.
Well, apparently it turns your poop green. This is the big thing. It's going all around. This has been confirmed by Mr. Ryan DiBiase, brand member. I saw him tweet. He had green poop from it. So I got curious. I researched. There's news articles on all the websites about this, that it's turning your poop green, and Burger King hasn't commented. But I just thought that was funny, man. Like that one specific burger.
Well, what is it? What's the burger, bro?
Let me find out exactly what is in it. I know it's got like A1 in the bun or something like that. Let me get the full rundown.
So how did the story come out that it winded up turning people's poop green? How'd that come about?
They just started tweeting it. That the burger was good, but I'm pooping green. There was a whole bunch of tweets, and then people started writing articles on their websites about it. Let's see, the bun is black. I mean, it looks like a really dark chocolate cookie color. It's really black. Oh, I clicked the wrong article. Okay, here we go. And of course, this website. Okay, here we go. It's got A1. It's okay. All right, now I have it up. Okay, it's got A1 steak sauce on the burger and infused into the bun. It looks like that's the only change.
So they call it a Halloween burger basically because the bun is black.
Yeah, it's slathered in A1 steak sauce. Slathered is the word used by this review. What the heck
could be making the poop turn green then? A1 steak sauce?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see. Man, they're just talking about how bad the steak sauce is. They're not saying anything else that's in it.
And what are they calling this?
Let me look at a picture. It looks like it's got the Whopper sauce. It's got cheese. All I can see in the picture is it looks like a Whopper, but just with a dark chocolate bun.
Yeah, Ryan's got to write to us and tell us what was in this burger, bro.
Yeah, I think I see a pickle hanging out.
So they
But
have
it's got
not,
the Whopper sauce and it's got cheese on it for sure.
so they have not made any comments about this.
No, not about the green poop. Let me go to the Burger King site and get their. Dude, I like type into Google Halloween Whopper, and the second thing that pops up is Halloween Whopper poop. So apparently this is also a big deal. Okay, here's I'm going to the official Burger King menu to get the full rundown. Okay, it's a quarter pound topped with cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, creamy mayonnaise, A1 thick and hearty sauce, pickles, and onions on a soft sesame seed bun with A1 flavor baked into the bun. So it sounds like a regular Whopper with just the change in the A1 sauce in the bun.
All right, bro, look up Google green poop.
Okay, we're gonna Google like what makes green poop.
Yeah. I can't believe A1 steak sauce makes green poop. It's got to be a combination of maybe the mayonnaise and it's something's combining there, I would think.
Okay, here's why is my poop green? This would be a good one to read. Okay. It's one of the most common questions English speakers ask Google. Interesting. These pop-ups. You'll find your answer lies in what you've been eating, but there are other causes. It's probably something you ate. Most common reason for green stool is a dietary habit or change, such as being on a high kale diet, dark green vegetables. This can turn your Cleveland Brown into a Green Bay Packer.
Nice.
Some foods contain food coloring that doesn't get processed properly. This can also leave a colorful residue. So I wonder if that maybe they're using food coloring in the bun. And then it goes into it could be medical conditions. But obviously it's not a medical condition if everybody that's eating this burger is seeing this. It's got to be the food.
Well, Burger King's going to have to say something, bro, no?
Yeah, I think it was Uproxx that did the article that they tried to contact A1 and Burger King.
Yeah,
and
you got to tell everybody, you're going to be okay. It's safe. Nothing's going to happen to you. I mean, I would have to think,
Yeah, so... Yep, can't find anything right now. But yeah, no. At the time of this, anyway, that they have not commented on it. But yes, brand member Ryan, I saw his Twitter. He verified that he had the green.
Did he say how it tastes?
Let's go to his Twitter. Ryan, if you're watching this, I'm stalking your Twitter right now. Let's see.
I mean the combination of like steak sauce and mayonnaise, bro. Like I hate mayonnaise to begin with. But like that doesn't sound too appealing to me, man.
Hey, Bert, he tweeted Burger King. Hey, you turned my poop green. I ain't complaining. That was pretty cool. And he retweeted a bunch of people. Thanks, Burger King, for turning my poop green with your Halloween Whopper. He did a review of the burger. I didn't watch this. Maybe I should have watched this beforehand. He did a video review of the Whopper. He says, here's the video from yesterday. Little did I know my poo would be green. I kind of like the green poo, to be honest.
Bro, that reminds me of a story at TNA where Eric Young took a dump, right? And the dump, bro, looked exactly like the Arizona Diamondbacks logo. So he made everybody in the company, he guarded the bowl so nobody else could use it. And he made everybody in the company look at this because it looked like the Arizona Diamondback logo. I'll never forget that, bro. It was the most disgusting, vile thing I've ever experienced in my life.
So why did you look at it?
Oh, well, I was curious, bro. I mean, it did look just like the logo. It did. It looked just like the Diamondback logo. It was unbelievable, bro. It's almost like he shaped it that way. It was crazy. Hey, bro, I got to tell you this. I got a couple more things here. Kim Kardashian was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And Ellen asked her about Kanye's presidency gimmick. Kim Kardashian said he's 100% serious. like it ain't a publicity stunt. He isn't kidding. He's like already talking about how he would redecorate the White House. And he is absolutely, this is absolutely a shoot with him. Can you believe that, bro?
The sad thing is there's people that would probably vote for him too. So I don't know which is more unbelievable.
I just have no idea, like, just who this guy like imagines he is in his own mind. I mean, I don't get it, bro. You know.
I saw that Kim has closed the gap on the Kylie percentage. It's down to 50-40 or 40-30. Kylie's at 40% now, and Kim's at 30%.
Yeah, I wonder if she bought subscribers like you could buy Twitter followers, you know, bro?
I don't know. Apparently she posted a lot of booty pics.
Oh, God. Did you get the total amount for how many people have signed up between the sisters?
No, it was on TMZ. I don't remember the total amount, but the source said when Kim is ready to take the #1 spot, she will. It's that easy. That she knows how to use social media and Kylie doesn't, or so. I don't know.
Oh my God! I told you, bro. I told you how important that was going to be to her. What else do you got?
There's a rumor that Twitter's going to raise the 140 character limit.
Well, they raised it in the DMs, bro.
Yeah, there's no. I don't think there is a limit in the DMs, or but yeah, there's a rumor they're going to raise it, and I think it's directly for me because of how hard it is to tweet our show names because you make them so long and it's hard to fit into a tweet. So I think they're doing this specifically for me. A lot of people like it. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on this. You know, the thing I like about Twitter, it's short and sweet. You can scroll through what everybody's got to say. You don't miss anything. You know, I really don't check out my Facebook all that often because it's always just these long posts about people complaining about stuff. And I'm just like, man, I've had enough of this. I have a feeling if Twitter goes to an extreme long amount, that's just what it's going to turn to, stuff you don't want to read. I like the short tweets. I don't know.
Is there any talk about how long they want to make it?
No, but apparently it's a memo leaked from the new guy that's going to become CEO and the shareholders. I don't know. Twitter business is down. I don't know how all that works, but they need to do something to boost their stock or something, and they think this may be it. And there's also a rumor that it may not be specifically Twitter. You may have to download a companion Twitter app to do this.
Well, they have something like that now.
Yeah, but it's like the Twit longer, but yeah, it's not affiliated with Twitter. But I don't know if this would, if you use the secondary app, if it would post the full thing on Twitter instead of having to click a link. They didn't really have the details. But
you know what the interesting thing is, Jeff, in the first place? Like, I'd love to know like how they came to that 140 number.
I got the answer for that.
Nice.
And because I read it today when I was reading the article. I'm not saying I understand it. It has something to do with SMS, which I thought was text messaging. I'm not really tech savvy when it comes to the actual terms and phrases. Let me bring up the article so I can read it specifically because I don't want to misquote it. I really need to plan ahead and have this stuff ready to roll.
Yeah, you didn't know was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, I get criticized if I'm not prepared, so I'm just planning ahead here. But I guess I'm gonna get it up here. I don't want to try to paraphrase my brain what I remember. May get something wrong.
Any idea of when this is supposed to happen?
No. Here's the article. Okay. It's a report. It says little is known about these plans, but it looks like it will be separate from the existing Twitter app. Twitter instituted the 140 character limit in the first place because in its earliest incarnations, Twitter relied heavily on SMS, which is limited to 160 characters. By limiting tweets to 140 characters, Twitter wanted to make sure that the username and the tweet itself were short enough for one SMS message.
What's SMS stand for?
I have no idea. I always thought, like, when I send text messages with pictures to people, it will say sending via SMS. Maybe we should look that. I tell you, the people watching this that are probably laughing at us old men that don't know what it means. Oh, but here it is. What does SMS mean? So we're not the only ones that don't know. Short message service. This is what is commonly known as a text message. Okay, that's what I thought. So I don't know if that's I didn't use Twitter when it first started, so maybe you were sending texts. That's how they were used.
Either that, or maybe the average text message was 140 characters. I mean, who knows? You know?
Yeah, I don't know, but it says an SMS message is 160 characters. That's all it says. So I was kind of close on that.
I wouldn't mind like 10 more characters. If they made it too big, I agree with you, bro. I don't want to sit there and read. But like 10 more characters, I don't think it's going to kill anybody.
Yeah, there's also a rumor that they're considering not having website links count as characters. I think that'd solve a lot of issues.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. But I do like the short and sweet Twitter, and I can pay attention to what everybody's tweeting on my timeline.
What else we got going on?
That's about it. I had a note that they killed the Game of Thrones movie rumor. I know you don't watch Game of Thrones, but I always thought I don't understand why there would have to be a movie. Usually when TV series make a movie, it's either after the series is long ended and they want to do a special thing, or it's because they get a bigger budget and they can do more things that they do on the TV show. But every episode of Game of Thrones is like a movie anyway. I mean,
I always wanted to see before James Gandolfini died. I was always hoping for a Sopranos movie, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's one movie I was always looking to. Are you keeping up with the new shows?
I'm behind this week. The only thing I've watched this week is Scream Queens. My DVR is full. I got to catch up.
And I thought that was very well written this week, Scream Queens. I thought it was a lot better.
I love that show, man. I do. It's one of my favorites already. It's only been on 2 weeks. I think it's hilarious.
So you didn't see a Blind Spot then?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I got to watch that. I got to watch what else did I not watch? Gotham. I haven't watched.
Yeah, I think they just put Gotham up on Netflix, bro, because I never saw the first season.
Yeah, I like it. It's really good. The ratings are sucking this season, so that's kind of scary. I watched the Goldbergs. I haven't watched that yet. I got that recorded. Something else that's not coming to mind that I need to watch, but yeah, I did not catch up this week. This happens to me frequently during the TV season, where I'll get a whole backlog because I don't sit down if I don't watch it every day. But yeah, I'm not caught up this week. That's my plans for this weekend.
Jeff, one other thing, like, bro, I don't know what it is. Like, I maybe it's my age and like you're not there yet, but like, bro, like I'm starting to become uninterested, like, in a lot of things. And like, I'm at the age of my life, bro, like the more and more like uninterested I get, like, I don't want to be bothered with it. I just don't care about it. You know what I mean? And I mean, bro, obviously wrestling's at the top of the list. And I said to you, I'm not going on any news sites anymore. I'll get the news from you. God forbid somebody dies, I'm sure I'll get tweeted or something, but I have no interest like in that anymore. Man, bro, I really have no interest in like even watching it anymore, but I may start doing some work for another wrestling website because I'm not doing it. I'm not working with CSR anymore. And quite frankly, bro, like, there's no way in hell I want to do that. But in growing the brand, I need to make extra income. So like, I always wind up doing that because I have to. I don't in any way, shape, or form want to. And hopefully if the DJ thing works out for me, I won't have to anymore. I could just cut it off altogether. But bro, another thing like that I've totally lost interest in, and I think this is my last year. Bro, I totally lost interest in fantasy sports this year. Like I totally lost interest. I had 2 baseball teams, bro. One of them is a TNA league that I've been in. I'm the commissioner of. I've been in for a very, very long time. The other one was a new league that I started when I was doing my baseball podcast on the Realm Network. You know, you and I have a team on the Realm Network. Bro, I don't know what it is. I've totally lost interest in fantasy sports.
Well, I don't know about baseball, but I can see why you're getting frustrated with football. I mean, half of our team's hurt already. It's a headache. You know what I mean? Is it? I wonder if it's not really an age thing, if it affects how you view the game.
No, I think I'm just bored with it. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. It's like, but like I have, you know, this is the last week of baseball. This year it felt like more of a chore to me than really, really being into it. Like bro, like maybe halfway into the season, like I just didn't care. And, you know, bro, like playing fantasy sports, like really changed the way I watch sports because you're watching your guys. So like you're watching a lot of games that you really don't care about because you're watching your guys. So it kind of changed, you know, the way you look at sports. And I don't know, bro. It's like, you know, with baseball, I want to go back to rooting for the Giants. You know, I want to go back to watching the Giants. I want to go back to hating the Dodgers. I don't want to be rooting for the Dodgers because Clayton Kershaw is on my team. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go back to being an old school fan. And I just think that the whole fantasy thing is just freaking run its course with me, bro.
Well, yeah, and that's the point I was going to get at is, you know, like big guy like me is a big Bills fan, and he's got like Tom Brady and Gronkowski and all these guys, and I'm like, dude, why do you have these guys? You got to be cheering for Patriots every week. You know, as a Bills fan, you don't want to do that. He's like, I know it sucks. You know, so it's like, yeah, you're when you sit down to watch the game, what's my guy doing? How many yards does he have? Does he have a touchdown? That's all you're concerned about. Fans decide whether a player is good or not solely based on their fantasy numbers. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even how good they actually play in the game. It's solely based on fantasy points, which is not, you know, like a quarterback like Alex Smith who never gets good fantasy points. He's still a good quarterback. You know what I mean? But when people consider who's the best players, it's always because of their fantasy points. You know, the good thing is, I think for the game itself, it gets more people invested in those sports, and they watch it because of this. Yeah. So I think it's good for the business of the sports. You know, maybe that's what wrestling needs. Maybe there needs to be a fantasy wrestling league. You know what I mean?
But you know what it's going more and more towards, Jeff, and I really don't mind this. First of all, when you're watching, you know, ESPN or anything these days, you know, FanDuel is like all over the place. This is the first year you've seen that. They've had ads before, you know, but this is the first time it's all over the place. But if you notice, bro, what they're promoting now and what FanDuel is all about is like a week to week to week to week thing. So you know what? If you feel like playing 1 week, great. If you don't feel like playing 1 week, great. You know, I think that is a lot better. But I think fantasy sports, I think it affects the whole psychology. Like, you know, because like I said, bro, you know, you got to draft the best players. So as a Giant fan, if I'm drafting Clayton Kershaw, and he's facing the Giants, and like Kershaw shuts them out and has 13 Ks. Well, that's good for my fantasy league, but like the Giants got trounced. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm tired of that. Like, bro, I don't know. I'm just tired of that. I wanna go back to being a full-blooded fan and not having to, you know, like I said, root for the Dodgers to win. Or I don't know what it is, bro, but I'm just done with it. Now, maybe that FanDuel, you know, if I feel like playing once, you know, every 4 or 5 weeks, then great, then I'll play, you know. But just the everyday to week to week. And bro, football just sucks. Anybody that thinks there's a skill to fantasy football, you're an idiot. There is no skill. There's a skill to baseball, bro, because you got to manage a team over 162 games. There is no skill to fantasy baseball, football, a 16-game schedule, and it's not even 16 games. Your players get freaking hurt, and then you got to get somebody off the waiver wire that blows. There's no skill, bro. No skill whatsoever to fantasy football. None.
It is. It's all luck. It really is. The only time there's skill is if you don't have injuries and you draft a great team. But even then, you know, with the week to week, one game at a time, you could have the best team in the world, but if they all have okay games and the person you're playing against just got lucky and has random, you know, wide receiver number 3 on a team that gets 150 yards, which he never does, that's luck. You know what I mean? There's so much luck involved. It is, man. But people love it. I don't know if you mentioned these commercials and the FanDuel commercials. There's one out. They pay out $75 million a week in winnings. How much money is this company making? You know what I mean? That's $75 million a week in winnings that they're paying out. So what is their profit? This must be like the biggest business in the world. It's so crazy how much money they must be making, man.
Yeah. But, you know, bro, like every year, like when it gets to the end of the year, like I kind of say this and then the season's starting up again and I get all into it. But I really feel this is it. I'm just, bro, I'm just like losing interest in things. Like, and there are just certain things I don't want to do anymore, bro. You know what I mean?
You know what used to frustrate me, and especially in football, because I've always considered myself – I feel like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to football players and in fantasy. And I would just get upset when I know I drafted a good team, I did the right thing, and then I would lose to some moron, you know what I mean, that has no idea what they're talking about. Stuff like that would just irritate me. You know, like, I don't know. You're right, though. Like, especially with cheering for people that are playing your team. You know, like week 1, the Bills played the Colts, and we had 2 Colts guys on our team. We had Dwayne Allen and we had Andre Johnson playing. So I'm sitting there watching the game. Like, I want the Bills to win, but like, okay, we need these guys to do well for our team to do good. But they're playing against my team.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, But yeah, bro, that's all that I have. I'm headed to New York first thing in the morning. I'll be back on Sunday. There's a little convention there. We'll see how that goes. But that's it, Jeff. Next week, Diana Smith is going to be on Vixens on Monday, and I believe on Thursday, part 1 of Bruce Pritchard, is going to be up on Thursday. And like I said, I think there's a lot of controversial stuff, bro. It's so sad, like how like I don't trust anybody anymore. You know, I mean, it's so sad. Anybody associating with wrestling, like I just don't trust anymore. I mean, that's just the person that I've become, and it's really, really sad. And the more and more that I know I am that way, it tells me, like, the more and more I just kind of need it, like, out of my life, because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to distrust people. I want to believe people are sincere. And mean what they say. And, I don't know, bro. I just hate that's become a part of, who I am,
I've been there, man. There was a point I just totally cut myself off from trying to get into wrestling. Everybody that I worked with, so many people were just lying for no reason, just bullcrap. I mean, you meet, there are very good people in wrestling. I met Rudy doing this, and one of my other buddies, really good friend of mine. But there's not many of them, man. I completely understand. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. Well, that is it. This completes the week for the brand. Again, thank you to the new members. Oh, let me get this in real quick. Kayfabe Commentaries, Jeff. They got the new DVD, the 1985 timeline with Magnum TA, where they get into the history of that entire year when the Jim Crockett Promotions was beginning to turn into WCW, which is really, really interesting. But Kayfabe Commentaries, they got a complete library of shoot interviews, a lot of great product. Go to their website, kayfabecommentaries.com. gmail.com. Again, thanks to all the new members. Thanks to joining the brand. Jeff and I are always open for suggestions. You can tweet us. You can get us on Facebook. You can go to officialvincerusso@gmail.com. Let us know what you're thinking. Jeff, have a good weekend. Who the Bills got this weekend?
The Giants.
Oh, the Giants. And the Bills are 2-1, right?
Yep. We got McCoy's not playing, it looks like. It looks like Sammy Watkins isn't playing either. So
we got it. And you and I have to go over our fantasy team and see what we're going to do. So, all right, everybody. We'll have a great weekend, and we will see you back here on the brand next week. Take care, everybody.
Visit VinceRussoBrand.com to sign up for exclusive VIP content. You get over 20 new video shows monthly, including Vixens Who Rule and The Swerve, where Vince Russo interviews stars in wrestling and beyond. Listen to Vince and Jeff Lane discuss weekly news and rumors and review Attitude Era Raws. Also, watch the cult hit Bucket Full of Chicken next. Go to VinceRussoBrand.com and click the red subscribe button to join now.